Our good friend Lo Xiaoping has volunteered to drive us to Shaoshan, the former residence of Chairman Mao. It's a long drive, about 104 kilometers from Changsha. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you enjoy?
Along the way, we're entertained by the interesting road signs warning drivers not to drink or not to use cell phones. We arrive at Mao Zedong's childhood home. One of the ponds in front of the home has many lily pads and basking ducks. These ponds are known as the Dragon's Eyes. Along with lots of tourists, we enter the main house. This montage photo shows Mao as a child. Next to it are original raincoats hanging on the wall. Mao's childhood bed, along with his writing desk, are also on display. A large gallery shows many images from Mao's life. Amongst the images is a photo of Mao lying in state at his funeral. Another gallery displays the many letters Mao wrote to his family and his children. He wrote to his children frequently about how to become a good person. In this gallery, there is a rare photo of Mao and his son. This map shows all of the places that Mao had visited during his life. Gallery after gallery shows many photos of Mao at historically important times throughout his life. This photo shows his grandfather's grave. We climb a dilapidated stairway to reach a loft containing what appears to be an old classroom where Mao was taught when he was a child. Another part of the ancestral home shows the central room shared by Mao's family and his neighbor's family. We leave Mao's childhood home and journey on to another important part of Shaoshan in his life. We drive to nearby Yuelu, which is a mountain where a complex containing offices, living quarters, and even a bomb shelter was built and used by Mao between 1960 and 1966. Rather than walk up the mountain to get to the complex, we take a fast ride in an electric cart. We pass by old engravings on the mountain side, telling of the importance of this place in history. We arrive at the compound where Mao spent lots of his time during the revolution. This is the large meeting hall where Chairman Mao entertained many foreign diplomats. In the rec room, there's a large ping pong table where Mao would play the game with many visiting diplomats, including some U.S. officials. Mao was very tall, and his bed was equally long to accommodate him. Originally a quake-proof situation room, now it's a gallery of relics and photos from Mao's political career. We walk through the air raid shelter, which was built in 1970 to prepare for any attacks from anti-aircraft or nuclear weapons. It's also radiation-proof. Only a small part of the vast underground network of shelter tunnels is open to the public. As we explore this old shelter, we imagine enemy attacks above. There is also a great display of Chinese money throughout the ages. We drive to the nearby Mao Museum. A large bronze statue of Chairman Mao stands in a courtyard across from the museum. Inside the museum entrance stands a huge marble statue of Mao. We see a large wall painting of Mao's childhood home, which we visited earlier. Inside the museum are hundreds of photos and writings of Mao and his contemporaries. Multimedia presentations of reenactments of important events in Mao's political career bring the history to life. An impressive bronze statue shows Mao talking to the miners. This finely detailed miniature depicts the moment in the Chinese Revolution when Mao congregated 800 men and climbed Jinggang Mountain to establish a base. This battle map shows revolutionary bases in Guizhou. This recreation shows a small room where Mao planned the revolution. Numerous pieces of original artillery from the revolution are also on display. In this display, wax figures recreate an historic radio broadcast by Mao about the revolution. Chairman Mao appears all over the museum, larger than life. That's a satellite going around the Earth. Everything that Mao wore and used every day is on display. A sample of some of Mao's poetry appears as a wall mural. This giant mural painting shows Chairman Mao against an expansive sky and ocean with words that suggest Mao's thoughts were wider than the sky or the ocean. We passed Dongfang Hong Square with its statue of Mao at the base of Yellow Mountain on our way to Aiwan Ting, a small pavilion where Mao read and relaxed. There's a beautiful pond in front of the pavilion. Aiwan Ting was built in 1792. It is situated in a small forest of maple trees on a small hill behind Yellow Academy. In the pavilion is a stone tablet featuring some of Mao's poetry. With all the natural beauty of this place, one can understand why this was Mao's favorite getaway.